In the last tutorial we have created a main menu scene. It is highly recommended to watch the last tutorial if you did not watch the last one. But either way this tutorial will work if you did not watch the last one. In this tutorial we are going to create a weapon switching system and along with that the health system for the enemy AI. Firstly we need to open the Unreal Engine. Once it has been opened I will select the previous project. If you have lost your file do not worry, just create a new one by clicking on Games and Next and then create your project. What does a weapon change consist of? Firstly, changing the weapon requires the change in the weapon look, the sound after it has been shot, and lastly the effects of the weapon. Alright, once we are in the scene, head to the file where the first person character is in and click on it. Now scroll to the event begin play node and delete everything that's connected to that node except for that node itself. Now on the bottom left on the screen on the variables section click on the plus button and type in your variable's name. In this case I will be gun on. Drag the begin play node out and type in set gun on. This basically allows you to set your boolean, then right click and type 1, drag the node out to make sure it is from the pressed exit. Then type in set skeletal mesh bracket fp_gun. Set your mesh to the normal FPS gun since it is the default gun. Drag the set skeletal mesh node out and type in set gun on and tick the checkbox. For the second gun I will be importing the guns from the marketplace. Just add the gun to whatever project you have created and click add project. Now that it has been added to the project, go back to the Unreal Engine tab and go back to the first person character blueprints editor and do the same thing for the last one, but right click and type in number 2. Drag the number 2 node and set the skeletal mesh of the FP gun. And then set your gun mesh to any of the imported guns, in this case it will be the AR4. Drag the node out and type in set gun on, and this type does not tick the checkbox and hit compile. For the gun sound effects I basically got some sound from YouTube and modified it a bit. Here is an Unreal Engine tip. .wav file only works for Unreal Engine. I have tried adding MP3 files but it does not work well with the game. I recommend you to use .wav files for importing the audio into Unreal Engine. You must scroll down to the shooting projectile part of the first-person character script. Now near the spawn first-person projectile node press Alt to cancel the link between the spawn actor and play sound node. Drag the spawn actor node and type in branch. Branch is basically an if or else statement for Unreal blueprints. Drag the condition part of that node out and type get gun on to check for true or false. Connect the default gun sound to the true node and then copy and paste the play sound node and then set the sound to the imported sound on the play sound node and hit compile. Actually do not forget to change the sound and hit compile and test the game. Okay, the texture and the sound changed when I pressed the 1 and 2 keys, but there is no point in making a new gun if the damage and effects are the same. Now open the physical AI blueprint and after it has been opened click on the plus button on the variable section and then type in health, then set the variables to from boolean to. Drag the variables out and click on set health. Connect it to the begin play node or any node that is connected to the begin play node. Then set your health to any health you want. Go to the viewport. Click on the enemy mesh and scroll down to the events section. Click on the on component hit button. On that node press Alt to cancel the link between the destroy component. Drag out the on component hit node and type in sequence. Sequence basically orders your code like I enumerator in Unity. Connect the then one part of the node to destroy component. Then drag the then one part of the sequence and type in get actor of class. Now link the actor to the first person character class to access its blueprints. Drag branch. On the get actor of class node return value, drag it out and type in get gun on and link it to the true part of the branch node. Drag it out and type set health. Drag out the health part of that node and type in int minus int. Drag out the top part of that node and link it to the get health node. On the bottom part type in the amount of damage you want the default gun to inflict, and in this case for me it is 25. Drag the false node out and do the same thing. This basically checks for whether the first or second guns are activated and the amount of damage it will inflict on the enemy. Now drag then one node out and type in branch. Then drag the condition part of the branch out and type in integer less or equal to integer. Drag the top part of the node out and type in to get health, and drag the true part out and link it with the destroy component node. Oh, sorry, my mistake when I previously compiled the destroy component node is the cause of the error. So change it to destroy actor node and click on compile. What this entire node does is that if the component is hit, then it will check which weapon it was shot by before registering the damage, and if the AI health reaches 0 then it will be destroyed. Let's test it. Apparently the first gun or the default gun requires 4 shots and the second gun requires 3 shots to kill the enemy. That is all for this video. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial, and subscribe for more dev mods and other programming content and more.